Hello all and welcome to Celine channel. So in this video I will just show you guys how I reached 1 million CP in the game itself, but in fact I do not have 1 million CP, so my CP is much lower than it and I would explain why. So the first thing about my CP here right now you can see is a 1 million plus, but then by joining the first ranking kingdom itself, it actually helped me to boost up like 60k CP. So the thing that you're seeing right here is not my actual CP, but due to some buff from the Relic War, and also the kingdom itself is a rank 1, which means you have additional title on top of it. So if let's say I'm not in this kingdom anymore, I would not enjoy that title there, and of course my CP will definitely drop down by 60k. And I will just go into the title and shortly. So before I'm moving into the title itself, the one that you are seeing on my screen right now is so-called my best CP deck here. So if I move it to water or stuff, you can see my CP actually lower down. So fire is only yep, slightly lower than the earth, and then darkness you can see. So it's nothing that you will have like a consistent CP there, but then it really depends on which deck you are benefit from. And I don't really care about the CP very much, to be honest, because if you have higher CP, then it would be a roadblock for your Lava Valley because you're gonna team up with lower CP for the balancing, and you might met a lot of build during the sections itself. So that is one thing that I do not want to really boost my CP because I know where my damage is and stuff, my defense and so on. So not really something you should focus. I mean the CP, so it just go by as yeah as is it. But then if you would like to focus on your CP, so what boosts my CP here is most definitely on my equipments, my weapons, my armors, and also accessories. One thing about my weapon and stuff, you can see I do not have a lot of cursed weapons because I'm kind of cursed. I could not get a cursed weapon, so I'm trying my best to level up. I mean, yeah, I'm trying my best to enhance my equipment there, but unfortunately, I just do not have the luck. So I'm still waiting for it. So you can see my highest curse item here right now is around like 22, this one 21 here. So it does boost a lot of attack from the equipment itself. You can see it's around like 52% from the equipment. And yes, equipment is one of the main thing that you should focus, especially for the 4-star fire and also the earth. I would say the earth would be the first one, the main thing that I should focus. This is because if you see on the basic skill damage itself, this adds up like the percentage for your basic skill damage that is really benefit a lot on it. And you can see right now it's awakening 7, so I enjoy the extra awakening effect, like the accuracy rate for hunting higher level mobs, and also the critical damage that adds to my damage itself. And for this one here, it's still 6, so there is no without the critical damage here. But of course, I'm right now, if you see most of my video is about like crafting, crafting, and crafting. So the the thing is about like keep on repeating until you get the awakening effect. So this one here, I would like to add it up to at least 7. This would help me to boost my other stat as well, because what I'm doing right now, if you see on my other deck, let's say Sporter, I'm using this tool here. This is because I'm kind of lack of water, kind of yeah, my water is kind of lacking. So you can see here it isn't that great. Fire deck, of course, I will have 2 fire, and you can see I did not put my super rare into it because I believe my earth weapon here right now is actually helping more than this one here. At least I have the gemstones. I don't really focus much on the gemstone, to be honest. You can see it's still very low level because it doesn't really help a lot for me. So I mainly use my go on enhancement, on crafting, on my pet as well. So that will be another thing that I will talk about. So and one thing about the equipment itself, what I would like to do, let me just put back, let's say it's the dark. You can see one dark because also lacking of the dark 4-star. This is totally without awakening. I do not want to put this into my deck because it doesn't help a lot. And for the light, I'm using both of it because since this one it has awakening 10, I can enjoy the second and third awakening effect here. And for this one I have awakening 3, so I'm enjoying the accuracy rate while enjoying the like attack of stacking up this one here plus this here. So it's really based on what luck you are having from your crafting and to decide what to put into your deck. And for the like, I think I will need to put this one instead of the fire there. And so this one here. So last time my fire weapon is better than my earth weapon, so that's why I put the fire weapon there. But right now, this one here has been ascending, so it's better than this here. So I would need to switch it over. So this is how I built my deck. And one thing about the accessories itself, if I go into my accessories page, you can see from the 3-star, I'm moving it into the 4-star. So this is because right now I finally have a 4-star that have more than Awakening 7. So I am enjoying the extra damage for my familiar basic attack and skills. 2% additional compared to this one here. But one thing about this is so damage due to poison enemy. So it means that you will have to get a skill that could poison enemy in order to use the first slots. So this is how I interpret it. So far, I do not have any kind of poison skill, so this is kind of like useless for me. But the thing that I'm focusing why I'm using the 4-star is because on this 2 here that adds 2% is kind of a lot. And beside that, if you see the earring is still lacking one more star, but then at least it has like all familiar basic attack plus 5. And if you see my artist earring, I don't think I have any kind of good earring here. And as I said before, for my earring, I got a 4-star first before the 3-star. That's why I'm using the 4-star. Yeah, that's how I grind through it. And if you see the 3-star itself, the first one is Fire Familiar HP plus 9.5. So if I'm using non-fire deck itself, it doesn't really help them a lot. And the familiar skill damage, the one that's familiar skill damage, of course, is the cooldown one. So you can see most of my deck are on like a defense, one support, and one attack. So if let's say my familiar are kind of like a defense kind of familiar, it kind of useless for the attack because it doesn't deal any attack to it. So that's why I'm using the 4-star instead of the 3-star. And it really depends on what kind of familiar you are getting and decide what accessories you want to use. And you can see right now I switched to a 4-star ring. At first I'm using the 3-star ring, which is the life ring here. So right now I switched to the 4-star. The same thing as the necklace. So the 3-star ring damage deal to frostbitten enemy. So if you do not have the frostbitten skill there, it's like the skills, the first one doesn't really having any kind of effect, especially right now I'm on my earth deck. I do not equip anything that have like the frostbitten skills there, so this is kind of useless. But the thing that I'm focused on my damage right now is on the familiar basic attack damage and the skill damage that adds 5% rather than this one that adds 3%. And of course, all of my deck I'm having the support familiar, so you can see my deck I have the support familiar. Why I did not choose the first one here, that has like plus 4.575% of HP based on my support. And if you see on my support familiar itself, familiar, so Toko, so it has a high CP. So by adding its HP here, it means that it adds a lot of HP to my character. But then I would say right now at this stage, I don't really need any kind of HP. I'm still able to farm without that HP. That's why I sacrifice the support familiar HP that is on the first extra awakening for the extra damage on this two here on the basic attack. So basic attack is the normal attack. This would help because every familiar, not even just the attack type familiar, the support and defense type of familiar also using the basic attack, so this would be the thing that you would like to focus on. And as for the armor itself, right now I'm still kind of dubbed because you can see I use almost everything as 4 star, but this is really a roadblock for me. I could not awaken them, and the thing that I could not awaken them that's causing, so here I get defense, but the extra effect are being locked. And if I compare it with my 3 star here, which I did not really build on it, you can see there's like the all elemental status effect resist rate plus 3, critical damage taken minus 5%. So I was thinking, am I using the wrong equipment? I mean, this is more likely for an end game, but because right now it's kind of too early for me, I'm kind of having a roadblock for the CP based on the equipment that, based on the armor that I'm using. So I'm planning to do a switch from my 4 star into a 3 star. So what I will do is to level up my 3 star until it has maybe 5 or 6 star there, while crafting and get betting for the luck to get my 4 star for the awakening. So I would like to switch. So it depends on the situations as well. So like heal rate, show HP, all these are something good for the lava valley, I would say. And let's say for this one here, the 3 star, this one, this plus movement speed. You can see if I will equip all the 3 star and I actually gain the critical damage taken for all four of it, if let's say it's because all of it are awakening 7 and above, so I would get like a critical damage taken minus 20%. So that is really a lot. And all elemental status effect resist rate plus 12% if I equip all the 3 stars. So this might be something that I need to do right now. So I have a lot of varnish, and you can see I have others like 4 star kind of equipments here, but then because it doesn't awaken, crowd control duration is also kind of good, but then I guess I would not focus on this here first. So the thing that I would like to do the next step is to switch my 4 star to my 3 star armor. And yeah, for the enhancement, I would say I will leave it back to my 4 star. And for my 3 star, I will just enhance until plus 10 while waiting my endgame uh, armor being built there. So this is what I'm planning for because I think this is also one of the mistakes that I have done. I'm using the 4 star in early game, so this is one of the roadblock for me. And after that, all about the weapon equipment and accessories. So right now we just go into the familiar. So if you go into the familiar itself, it's also one of the source that I get my CP. If you click on, yeah, if I click on it, familiar is all around like 40k above. So this helps me to boost my CP a lot. By equipping three of the familiar, it gave me around like 120k. Yeah, 120k of CP there. And of course, the toy is also important. If you have a 5-star toy, it adds a lot into it. And the toy effect for this one here on the top is affecting all of the, yeah, all of the different kind of battle in the field and also the battlefield. So 5-star and 6-star toys really helps a lot on that. But unfortunately, I do not have the luck in the combinations of the toy. So I only have like 3-star toy here. So right now I'm building my Toko, not Toko, Terracona. So Toko is also being built right now, and Terracona as well. For others, it's really depends on the situations and which one I should focus on stuff. And yeah, so that is where I get my from the CP. So you can see it's around like 120k. And how do I get all those beans and stuff? Is for the familiar itself, so you can see the beans and stuff. I'm pushing up my alt's main quest. So right now, by having the benefit of joining First Kingdom, I got a boost of 60k CP that helped me to boost my alt CP as well, because that is an account-wise CP. So you gain from the title, you gain from the buff. So it applies to all of your characters. So that's where I use these chances to boost my out character's main quest until the stage where I reach the wish village, which is this one here, wish woods here. So all my characters are pushing it through until the wish woods, which I can gain a lot of enhancement stones for my equipment build. And also I'm also gaining about like, so all this thing here is getting from my out quest itself. I'm also gaining a lot of beans and also the jelly beans, so beans and jelly beans from my alt quest. So that's where I could get a lot of, I could increase my familiar level there. So if I click on my familiar train, so yeah, I have fit to it. Yeah, so you can get a lot of beans, you can get a lot of jellies from the familiar, I mean from the main quest that will helps to boost your familiar um, CP, and it's also great for the battlefield if you go into the familiar arena, because your familiar CP is quite important as well to do great defense and stuff. So that's where you would like to upgrade your familiar, and this is also one of the things that you could get the rewards from, like a weekly ranking and season ranking for the SRA. And you can use it to convert to Territe for artist purpose in the game itself. And the third one is on the title itself. As I said, my title, I got the title for the First Kingdom. Let me just claim this one here. Title, character, title. So the title itself is really something that I'm focusing on, and you can see right now I'm trying to reach higher attack. So this year, if you join the First Kingdom, of course, there is right now I'm having the relic buff, so it boosts up my attack, and I got the title for this one here. And you can see there's a lot of different kind, like reach special skills, level 10, enhance equipment 20 times. So for the title guide here, I would share the one that shared by the Philippine community Discord, which I found it has much more informations on it. So if you see here, there's a lot of information, and it's kind of completed one. So I would say thank you for sharing about this sheets here, which I will put it into the descriptions down below. Yeah, Salamat for the sheets. It's really helpful. So if you would like to go through like what kind of things that is added into it, how to get that title, you could always check on the sheets itself, and then what kind of benefit of getting that title, what kind of things it adds to it. Um, yeah, usually what I did, I just look into the B column without seeing on the right side. So to be honest, I just try to collect all the titles that I can. So I would say there are still a lot of titles that I'm not gaining. So you can see around like 201. For the ranking title, as I said, it's not really that important. Why did I get the popular title? I think there's some mistake on here. Yeah, I got no idea. So I was ranked 4 at the beginning. So once you have got the title, you will, yeah, it's just a temporary title. So if you drop it, then you will get uh, your title will be gone. Okay, this is something new for me, so I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I did not know that on that. So that title actually helped me to get another 1K, I think, 1.9K 1.9k CP here, so this is something new. But then, as I said, the ranking is on the kingdom itself. So if I click on the kingdom, this boasts like 1.5k for the highest number of time donated in a week, and the powerful kingdom, which is the rank 1 title, gave me 7.6k. So it's like an additional of like 10k CP here as well. So here is 10k plus the relic buff. So it's like plus minus. I would get like maybe around like 60, 70k extra. So the CP that I'm gaining here right now is not really my main CP. I mean, not my base CP. So try not to compete on the CP. As I say, damage is the most important part. As you can see, some of my deck is still not being formed yet, and I do not have 1k CP, even like 900 plus. So if those 900 plus deck itself and minus off those 70k or 60k that I gain extra from joining a good kingdom, um, my actual CP will be around like 800 plus. So that is my so-called lowest CP, and base CP it's around like 800k plus. So it's not really that you're building it wrong, but it depends on what kind of title or what kind of buff you are getting. So yeah. So if you're around that kind of CP, it's really high. I would say it's really high. So you did nothing wrong on that. You're getting the right CP. And let me just go. So title, I would say the title itself, power up. This is something that I could control. The battle, yeah, it's also something that I could control. Of course, this title here is also reaching damage. Oh, I guess I got this title here by participating the tier 4 kingdom dungeon. If you see one of my video, we are trying our best to defeat the tier 4 kingdom, not dungeon, the defense, and I used the bomb, so I think this title here is because I got the bomb and I throw it off and this is where I get the Star Crusher. It adds like 1.6k. So as I say, if you are joining a good kingdom with a lot of buff, it really buff you up a lot. I mean, from the title, so you can see I get I get I get a permanent title here as well by joining the kingdom. Of course, there's a temporary title. If yeah, if I being kicked out, all these things, all these two title here won't be here. And the artist part is like really go through all this title here is basically based on the achievement. So if you see the kind of things that you need to do, how to get it is much more like following the achievement. And without without this guide here, what I did before is that I just follow up my achievement as I say. Achievement. So I complete my achievement right now is around like 19 over yeah, a quarter of the quarter of the 19 going up to 20. It does boast a bit of the bonus CP here. You can see it adds a lot of HP, but it doesn't add a lot of attack here. It adds a lot of elemental attack, which is kind of good as well. So this is something that I'm focusing on. So I would just go through every kind of things that I could do, like let's say attempt to enhance equipment. I could do it. This one, level up equipment. I can just level up the low level equipment for completing this one to get the points for the achievement. And of course, by completing the achievement itself, it directly gives you a title. Once you have reached a certain criteria here, you can see defeat monster is something that is also in the each achievement, and also it gives you the title itself there. Duel Yard, so Duel Yard is also in the achievement, so I would choose to win match. So if you see the Duel Yard and stuff, I would choose to win match rather than aiming for high ranking. So I don't really choose like opponent that has higher ranking than me if it's something impossible. I would choose opponent that are easy to be killed so that I could level up my grade here. So this grade here is also helping me to get like 17k CP. So by upgrading this grade, so if you lose in the Duel Yard itself, it gives you like +7 on the Gauge itself. If you are winning one of it, it +10. So this is how I accumulate my grade there. By upgrading the grade, you will get additional bonus CP. Of course, by winning the Duel Yard itself, also give you the achievement, and by getting the achievement, then you get the extra title here. So this one here as well. So it's really a domino effect there. And then so achievement has been done, and let's move to collections. So collections here right now, you can see I stop at 3 stars, so I got 1 4-star for my 1-star weapon here. This is something that I would like to stop right now because I'm out of the enhancement stone, to be honest, so I would like to use my enhancement stone on my main weapon. So every week itself, I could up one, uh, I mean, is it not enhancements? Sorry, upgrade stone. So every 1 week I could upgrade one of my weapons. So you will see a lot of weapons are sitting at level 30 here. So if I would like to power up upgrade, and if I click on here, so you can see there's a lot of weapons sitting here. So I would like to use those weapon kind of not enhancement, upgrade stun on my main weapon first, then only move it to those that focus on the collections. But as for the uh, armor itself, I would like to use it on my 3 star. So right now I will start to build my 3 star, so I will need the upgrade stone for my 3 star. And as for the accessories, so this week, by this week, I could save up enough of the accessory upgrade stone and upgrade this one here. And one thing about the, yeah, talking about the enhancements, you can see I did not transfer my enhancement because if I need the HP back, so I think it's still good to store up my accessory because I can do this switch whenever I need different kind of different buff from the awakening. So that is still something good for me. So I do not transfer it over to my current weapon. So I just did the enhancement, yeah, manually because it costs less than me to transfer over as well. And at least I still have my accessories there if I need to do the switch. So collections itself, I did a lot of collections, as you know, from very beginning of the game. I did a lot of it. There's a bonus CP for the equipment. So as I say, I do not focus on the weapons. So right now I will be focusing on the armor. Right now this one is only 3 stars. So I did not up to 4 star because 4 star requires a lot of the upgrade stones there. So I just did until 3 star until if I have extra. So that would be something in the late game. So until I have some extra, then I will start to build this collections. For the enhancement, I did not really focus on enhancement. So enhancement, you can see I only did to my main weapon. For the 1 star, I don't really focus much. So I did on, yep, 1 star, 2 star, you can see it's still empty for this one here. I think I did one on the 1 star and I did stop there. So this is about the enhancement. And what else? Awakening. So yeah, awakening is one thing that I do the most. Uh, Accessory. I think I need to focus on this accessory. I always ignore it. Yeah, I will need to do on the accessories. But you can see the rest of it. This one I do not get it as well. So this is something that where I get my CP bonus CP 40k from the equipment. So for the familiar itself, it's around only 22k because I focus on the awakening most of the time, and I haven't fit the jelly bean transfer over for the jelly quest here because I'm using my jelly beans on my main right now. And for the star, because I'm using the power up stunt, power up what do you care? Evolutions fruit. So evolutions fruit, I'm still saving it for my main, I mean 4 star familiar, so I did not really use on it. And the next thing is about the mount. The mount also give you a lot of CP, so you can see right now I'm using my cat here, so it's a 6 star, so I can start to dye it, and you can get title, not title. You may able to get title if I'm not sure collections. Do you have a dying use dye? It may add to this one. I'm not sure. Do you have a title for dyeing the? Seems no dyeing the mall, but I'm not sure if it adds here. But at least it gave you achievement by dyeing mall, so that's where I dye it. And you can see the CP 20k is added to my character CP as well. And as for the rest, I gained around like 30% of the CP applied to it, and it's based on like what kind of model you're using. They have like different kind of stats, so you would like to see which one you would like to focus because the feather tester is kind of hard to get. So right now, what I'm focusing on is of course my main one because I get the 100% CP, and the rest is kind of like as and when I would like to up it. And so this is where I get the most CP, and other than that, it's on the Tetro, Full Leaf, and stuff on the power up. So if I go into the Heart Star, this is also one of the place that I get my CP, 15k. So for the Heart Star itself, what I'm doing right now is to focus on the familiar adventure. So if I go into the adventure here, so I did not really focus on the mining ground. I always check on my mining, let's say obsidians and prism. Oh, I will need to farm obsidians for today. I have enough prism for donations today, but I think I will need to farm some obsidians. I always make sure that I have the max donations for my kingdom. Other than that, I don't really farm for terrace here because it's kind of less. So I mean, if I click on this one, this is the prism. There's no terrace. I mean, it's kind of less. It's like around like 30 plus terrace. That if you get like 6 star, grade 6. Sorry about that. Grade 6 terrace farm. It only gives you around like 30 plus terrace for using two of your tickets. That is something that you will not want to do because the tickets, I would say I will use to focus on my monster farming for the red star aura. So in the very beginning of the stage, you would like to focus on the obsidians, the prism and stuff. But after you have reached grade 5, that's where you can get the star aura to increase your heart star. So that's where I switch it from farming terrace and stuff into focusing on the mobs so that it could get me a boost on the heart star. And for the competitive heart itself, make sure that you always uh, for the battlefield from familiar arena. So make sure you always not exceeding 5 over 5 because this here by winning or losing the battle itself you could get the 6 you can get the 6 what is called the star aura not star aura but what is it called, not this, you will get this competitive heart. So by winning or losing, you get 6 pieces of it, and that will be very helpful on upgrading all this kind of things here. And for this itself, what kind of CP? So it adds 16k of CP to it. And the next one that I would like to focus is of course when my character reach level 85. And for this growing heart itself, you can get the star aura from the Moneymaam Shop, and that is one of the things that you should start together. So it would be a black item. I do not have it here, but it started to pop up in the Moneymaam Shop. Let me, oh, there is the traveling merchants. Bear me for a while. Let me just check out the merchants. Even though I do not have enough of skill book page. Skill book page. No skill book. Oh, there's still the free item here. So it has the HP boost. Oh, this is something that I would like to farm because I'm farming for my Tetro as well. Meats. I need a lot of meats. Oh, I can read them too. So I will need to farm for this one here to get this item here. And yeah, let's back to the money ma'am. So I will talk about the Tetro later on. Money ma'am, sauna shop. So Moneymaam tickets you can gain it from if you have any kind of like tradable accessories or boxes that get from the field boss. So if this one here with the tradable mark, it means that you can trade it with the marina on the other side here. So once you have got the tickets, not the shop. Once you have got the tickets, what you can do is you can see there's a moon and star aura. So this is the one that you should redeem from it because right now is I guess it's only really from here. So I haven't noticed it about this star here in the beginning. So it's only the star aura right now. The moon aura has been added in. So starting from next week, I will start to just redeem this one, and when I reach level 85, at least I can just unlock that star aura. I mean the heart star there. And besides it, one thing that you should purchase from the Moneymaam is this one here. So it gives you like 3-star guarantee, at least 3-star guarantee. I always get the 3 stars, so I do not have luck for the 4-star and 5-star. But if you have luck on it, you can get the 4 or 5 star directly from this premium toy chest. And I would advise to use 200 tickets. And if you have additional ticket like me right now, I have enough for the next week. So that's why I bought the 400 tickets as well. So it's basically the same item but double up the price. So it really depends on how many tickets you can get. Yeah, and just make sure it's within the budget. But as for me, I would suggest to get this Moon Aura and also the 200 tickets, this Moneyman bundle here first as the main choice. And after I have talked about the hearts, and the next one will be the Tetro. As I have said about the Tetro, one of my video that has been shown, I will put it in the description down below. I always focus on the bonus stat first. This is because if you have the bonus, I mean the complete set, you get bonus CP and followed by the heart. And of course, right now what I'm doing is to focus uh, on getting the attack boost into it, the attack CP into my puzzle. So I'm just looking into my puzzle all the time to see if I have enough of the Tetro that I could switch it to mainly focus on the attack. So first, uh, get the bonus CP. Once you have gotten the bonus CP, then the next stage is of course you will need to focus on the attack CP, which I did to my lamp here. So at first I focus on the bonus CP, which adds a lot of HP critical evasions rate. And then once I have got enough of the Tetropis, I move it into an attack focus buff. And you can see there is a green one here, which is the quest that is still unlocked. So the hard mode will give you the green. Of course, once it has been unlocked in the week 4, that's where we would like to switch the orange one into the green one and to get much more CP from it. And besides all of this here about the Tetro, the another thing is on the collections, I would say. So collections, so I did talk about the collection. So the codex itself is just something that gave me additional kind of like enhancement stone that I could use. And of course, like the costume, I also kind of focus on the costume and the emoticon. This is because it gave me some gacha item, and it also gave me the medal itself. So I focus on the costume first to get the medal, and then I go into the shop itself to focus on the emoticon. Not here. Not here. Medal. So this one here. Yep. So I bought the emoticon. This is because if you're seeing on the emoticon, it's not just giving you uh, into the codex itself. It also adds to the collection. So you will see there's the costume, there's the emoticon. So right now I'm kind of focused on this two here to get the bonus CP. And as for the emoticons, you can get the postbook from the field treasure chest. So every of the different field treasure chests around the map. So every map you will have a percentage of getting a different kind of post. So it's a fixed post for a map. So what you can do is to follow a guide. Let me just find it out. Give me a minute. So there is like the map guide that you can use to find the treasure. So try to hunt them down and get the additional bonus CP. There's also where you can, if you have extra posts from it, let's say you have already got that post and you get another same post from the chest itself, what you can do is to sell it to the Moneymaam. That's where you can get the Moneymaam coupons, tickets in order to exchange for the toy chests and stuff. Give me a second. I'm trying to find it out. Give me a second on it. Let me go into the guide. So I will put down the guide in the descriptions down below as well, the interactive map. So area of the map. So once you have got the post from the chest, so not this one, the 10 chest, so you can follow the guideline routine to go around and find to see if you have the luck to get the post or like the cosmetic as well, the one that the facial expressions costume. I think, yep, you can get this one from the field treasure chest as well. So it's really like I could not find a guide like which map give you the costume, the emoticon, and also the face yet. So I will. So if you guys have a guide like which map has guarantee for which costume, it would be benefit to everyone if you could share it in the comment sections down below. Right now I do not have it, so what I'm doing right now, I just go through every map and just to farm it to make sure that I get the emoticon and the costume just to add in the bonus CP into this here. So I guess that would be all for this video here, and I hope this video is helpful for you to boost your CP if you're trying to focus on your CP. This is what I'm doing right now, just doing all kinds of different kind of things there. And of course, if you see the Genie event itself, for the lamp skills, right now the bonus CP is added to here. But if after the event itself, so you can see skill effect disappear when the episode end and are recorded as relic in the adventure records. So the buff that has been added here is not gone. So you are able to get the buff from the record. I believe it's under the record. So we see episodes here. So it will be recorded into here. So you will get the bonus CP that you are getting right now in the this one here. So this one, the CP you are getting from here will be recorded into the collection. So it's also good to just focus on the lamp because it's gonna be a guaranteed CP that adds into your collections as well. And yeah, I guess that would be all for this video here, and thanks for watching. So I will add timestamp into this video here since this is a long video, and I really hope this is helpful for you. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more upcoming video. Thanks for watching.